So what do I get out of it? Now you acting like a little perv. Oh, Diana says you'll be getting more than just jewelry. No wonder you were shopping.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Sean. Thank you. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Miller versus Cash. Mr. Miller, you are suing Ms. Cash for $598.69. You claim she defrauded you.
Correct.
Explain what happened to the court.
5 years ago, I got out of a very serious relationship, and it emotionally destroyed me. I was depressed and could not speak to people in public. And a friend of mine connected me with a therapist, and the therapist finally got me open enough to go out and experience people. He suggested that I go to my building's social hour, which is, I live in an apartment building, we have a social hour on the rooftop.
All right, so you found the strength and the courage to get back out there.
I did.
That's good. That's what you have to do when the chips are down and you have a bad relationship. So you picked yourself up and dust yourself off and went on down to the social hour.
Right.
What happened?
Well, the first time that I went, I met whatever her name is today.
Miss Cash.
Miss Cash.
That's what's listed here.
Yes. And she was very nice, very outgoing. She seems to know everybody. So I thought this could be somebody who could be a friend of mine. After about 4 times of being there, I was telling her, I've decided I'm going to dip my toe in the dating pool. And I'm on some of the apps and was having no luck. She said that she had somebody who was perfect for me. That if I gave her my phone number, she would have this person contact me.
Stop there. Ms. Cash, do you remember meeting Mr. Miller at the social hour?
Yes, I do.
All right, can you explain to me what your recollection is of that meeting?
When I met the plaintiff at the happy hour, the first time he was there, he seemed nice at first. And I'm a very outgoing person. I can talk to anybody. But I think maybe he got confused because he hit on me right away.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
And
so
to further this,
why did you feel like he was hitting on you? What was said?
Well, he just came on very strongly, and then to further this, he started showing up everywhere. He was at my apartment. It made me feel very uncomfortable. I told him I had a boyfriend. He still didn't deter him, so I just figured at this point, maybe if there was somebody else that was taking his attention, that he would leave me alone, which was the case.
So you meet at the social hour. After the social hour, you say he showed up at your apartment unannounced?
Many times, yes.
So, Mr. Miller, take me back then. Ms. Cash says you came on really strong. Did you?
No.
Yeah. Did you go to her apartment unannounced and knock on the door?
I would tell her yes. I would stop by her apartment and tell her I saw packages in the lobby for her. We've had them stolen before.
All right. So you coming over to her house, you think you're friends, she thinks you are stalking her.
This is the first major credibility clash in the case. One person believes a friendship was developing naturally, while the other describes the same behavior as unwanted attention. Cases like this often come down to perception and whose version of events is supported by the evidence.
I mean, this is a problem. I want to understand how this came to a head, though.
Came to a head, like I said, after 4 of the happy hours that I had gone to. And like I said, I was having a conversation with her in regards to my dating situation.
All right.
She said, here, why don't you I take your phone number. I've got somebody who's perfect for.
Okay, we have 15 minutes left. 15 minutes. How have we been in here for 45 minutes and only solved 2 puzzles? Let's think logically. This room smells like fear and bad decisions. And also someone's very strong cologne, Kevin. Okay, the clue says the answer lies where time stands still. Great. Very helpful. Very.
What I would say a text message relationship.
With Diana.
With Diana.
The woman
right.
you think Miss Cash introduced you to.
Right.
So I see it. You text back and forth. How's your day going? Great. No complaints. You guys are having small talk. What do you do for work?
We would talk for hours and hours during the day.
Okay,
There's a
she
lot
says
of
she has an Etsy shop. You could get something from my Etsy shop. Okay. Do you have an Etsy shop, Miss Cash?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right.
The moment she admits she was pretending to be another person, the focus of the case shifts dramatically. The question is no longer whether a fake identity existed, it clearly did. Now the court has to determine whether that deception directly led to the money being spent.
So you were posing as Diana. You admit that?
Yes.
You created a diversion. It was almost a catfishing.
I created somebody that would leave me, so he would leave me alone. And he did.
Okay, so once you introduced him to Diana, he never talked to you again? Because I would think if you introduced him to a friend of yours, he'd still be talking to you because now he want to talk to you about Diana.
And I
No,
was.
he did
And
not.
yes, I was. In the happy hours that we would come to, I would also bring up Diana every time. She knew about my relationship with Diana.
And so how did you figure out that Diana was not a real person? That it was really Miss Cash?
It's a very interesting thing. After about 2.5 months of texting with Diana, I finally got enough nerve to ask her on a date. And she said that she would consider that, but she had to go out of town because her mother got sick. And I was like, okay, I felt bad for her. So our text got less and less. And so I messaged her to see how she was doing. And mysteriously enough, her mother was getting sicker by the day. And so I was feeling bad for her. She was talking about how stressed she was, how finances were bad. And so I decided to offer to help her. And she said, okay, well, if you want to help me, you can buy some stuff from my Etsy store. That would help me
That
a
is
lot.
not true, Your Honor.
That's in the text messages that she has.
I have.
I saw you say I have an Etsy shop.
Yeah, well, I have text messages.
I'd like to see your evidence, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I told him repeatedly.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
I made it very clear. I told him repeatedly that I do not want his help. And that if he kept insisting, and I finally said, well, if you feel like you...
Well, your evidence states, Mr. Miller, that you ask her what she did for a living, but the response is, well, if you want to help out, you could get something from my Etsy shop. That is from Diana. If you want to help out.
That's after, if you...
No, that's before.
That's
This is
after
before.
he asked me. He kept saying he wanted to help. He wasn't going to take no for an answer.
My text precede hers.
Well, yeah, because this text is at 12:31 p.m. and the text you just gave me are at 12:44 and 1:57. So you said, thank you for doing that. You don't need to do that again. You're like, yeah, I'm buying things now. So you're on the Etsy shop just shopping.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't need to do that again. And then you say you want to grab dinner. You say it's not a good time. You say it's no problem. I'll just get a few more things from your shop. Now you really shopping now. You
Right,
on a spree.
Yeah. Basically, he was just trying to buy my love. He wasn't looking.
If I wanted to buy my love, if I wanted to buy
Well, I mean, let me be clear. He was interested in Diana, right? But Miss Cash, you own the Etsy shop.
Yes.
Now, you were trying to divert his attention,
Yes.
but were you also trying to divert his dollars?
No, I was not, Your Honor. He thought I needed help because my mother was sick, and that he paints
Diana's mother.
But you're Diana.
I know, but he's painting this picture like I need help because I'm not working because I'm helping my mother. I wasn't painting that picture.
But you painted the picture. You're the one that said, I'm Diana and my mother is sick.
Yes, but I didn't
you're trying
ask
to
for help.
avoid seeing him, of course.
Yes, I asked for help. I didn't ask for help. In fact, I clearly stated I do not want your help.
No, it doesn't state that. At 12:31 p.m. it says, is there anything I can do? I want to help you out. You respond, well, if you do want to help out, you could get something from my Etsy shop. What? How is something from your Etsy shop? And here you go, Mr. Miller. Okay. So, So what do I get out of it? Now you acting like a little perv. Oh, Diana says you'll be getting more than just jewelry. No wonder you were shopping.
Exactly that. The next line does say,
My undying admiration and a great product. Oh, Diana, you were there with the dialogue now.
Well, on Etsy, you get your status from your great reviews.
You won't be
That's
getting
all
a
I
review.
was meaning
Not a good review
by
from
that.
me.
But then after he starts purchasing and he says, I'm going to buy more stuff,
I told him not
you
to.
say, that's sweet of you, but you don't need to do that. I don't need help. It's okay. Now you're sending mixed messages because at first you say if you want to help, you can get something. Then after
Well,
he buys something,
I
you
thought
says,
it would make him go away, and here it just encouraged him more.
oh, no, you didn't, because you wouldn't have said you'll get more than just jewelry.
Well, yes, my admiration. When you have an Etsy account, you send little gifts in your purchases, like stickers or just
So
whatever
that
the
wasn't,
person.
you weren't trying to leave a little undertone.
No,
You
not
were
at all.
saying you'll get more than just jewelry, my undying admiration and a great product. But then there's a wink emoji. Ever just say to him, hey, I'm not interested in you personally. I also don't
I
like
told him
people
I have-
coming to my door.
I told him I had a boyfriend.
And did you ever say, I have a boyfriend and your constant contact, the way you're reaching out to me is making me feel uncomfortable? Did
No,
you ever
because he
say
was-
that?
No, he was standing at my door. We live in the same building. It just made me feel uncomfortable.
You just said, I got it. I'm going to create a whole different girl and have him talk to her, but I'm going to have him buy jewelry from my Etsy store.
No, I never thought that. I just thought if I had somebody else he was interested in that could have conversations with him, that he would lose interest in me, which he did.
Lose interest in you, but you'd gain his financial support of your business.
I never intended that.
But did you give him the money back when he bought the stuff?
No, because my Etsy store clearly says no returns or refunds. All sales are final.
All right, I'd like to see what you bought from her, Mr. Miller. Do you have
take
evidence
those.
here? I see these boxes.
These two.
Those. There you are.
Oh, you were shopping.
Oh, yeah. $598 worth.
Gold earrings,
I will add
little
that
turquoise,
she only sold women's jewelry.
drop hair. All right, and you're buying this? Who are you going to give this to?
Well, if things proceeded with Diane, I would give it to her as a gift.
What she need a gift of the own jewelry that she makes?
I didn't have any woman to give it to at the time.
Focus, everyone. We're so close, I can taste freedom. That or more of Kevin's cologne. एक आदमी जो अपनी पुरानी relationship के बाद depression से बाहर निकालने की कोशिश कर रहा, that अपनी apartment building के social event में एक लड़की से मिला. लड़की ने
Jason Miller and his neighbor Sasha Cash over jewelry purchased under false pretenses.
So just quickly, how did you find out there was no Diana?
So I hadn't heard from Diana for a couple of days, which wasn't unusual because she was taking care of her sick mother, from what I understood. So I went to one of the happy hours, and I saw Miss Cash at the happy hour, and I went to approach her to say hello. And just as I was about to walk up to her, I got a text message from Diana saying, I missed you. It's nice to chat with you. So I messaged her back because I was excited. I hadn't heard from her in 2 days. So I messaged her back saying how happy I was to hear from her.
And her phone went
And
off.
her phone rings.
Okay, but still, it rings. Do you see your message in her phone? So what
Yep.
you typed,
Yep.
you saw appear because you're standing that
I'm
close to
directly
her.
behind her.
So you see it, and then what do you say?
This discovery is devastating for the defense. Up until now, the fake relationship existed only through text messages. But catching the message arrive on her phone connects the entire operation directly back to her. At this point, viewers have to wonder whether this was ever just a harmless distraction or something much more calculated.
I see. You're Diana. So you have been lying to me this whole time.
Do you own up to it, Miss Cash?
Yeah, I said, yeah, because I didn't want you coming around. You just creep on me all the time and you're always around. So I just figured if you had your attention on somebody else, you'd leave me alone, which you did.
I didn't because I had your own personal phone number by then.
Well, he obviously didn't because he was walking over to say hi to you still. Right after he texted Diana, he was still coming over there to talk to you. This is the problem here. And I do not understand. It seems so cliche, but why can we not communicate properly? It is easy. And I'll tell you what, we spend more energy trying to avoid uncomfortable conversations than just having the courage to have them, be straightforward, and ask for what you want. There has to be some part of you that kind of enjoyed this, because there's no other reason to go to these lengths to make someone feel like they have a love interest that they don't have.
Well,
it also is a bit cruel, given the fact that during these conversations he's had with you, Miss Cash, he's expressed that he's just willed himself out of a terrible low point because of a relationship he has that broke up. So there's just so many dynamics here that in my mind.
Notice how the judge moves beyond the money and focuses on intent. The concern here isn't simply that jewelry was purchased, it's that the purchases happened while one party believed they were communicating with a completely different person. That distinction is becoming critical to the final ruling.
You did not operate in good faith.
Well, I had
and for that reason, no. I read the text messages. You clearly say when he asked you what you can do, what he can do, you say buy the jewelry. That's not how you need to be getting customers. And so Etsy may not give money back, but this court believes you should give him his money back. Judgment for the plaintiff for $598.69. Court is adjourned.
Judge Lauren Lake ultimately ruled in favor of Jason Miller and ordered Sasha Cash to repay the full $598.69. While the court acknowledged the uncomfortable dynamic between the neighbors, the decisive factor was the deception. Sasha admitted she created the fictional identity Diana, and the judge determined that encouraging purchases through that false persona crossed the line. The case serves as a reminder that dishonesty can create real